culture.
Let's go. Let's dance. Weekend.
Prune.
Fired up.
Get one on.
Rattle.
Jump through.
Feel the heat.
Time it.
Yes. I win. Come on. Move to the beat. Yo.
Find the star.
Solid. I accept.
Match less.
I see. As I thought. Oh, yeah.
Take a peek. What's there?
All right. Why not?
Ring.
Easy peasy. Okay.
Push it out.
Yo. Yeah. Groovy. I'm in.
Extinguish.
Right on. Like a pro. You chose well. Prepare yourself.
Get moving.
Yes. It's me.
Line up.
All right. A challenge.
Excavate one.
Oh. Excellent. Come on.
Steep.
Yo. Real cool. Fire up. Almost done.
Let it pass. That's my jam. Making money. Right on. No match for me. Build it.
Easy peasy. I accept.
Time it.
I see.
Womp womp.
Push it out.
Splendid. Right on.
Find the star.
Go. I like it. Moving.
Match mass.
That's my jam.
It's me. Extinguish.
Womp womp.
Strum.
A triumph. Okay. Enough.
Excavate 1.
Feel the heat. Fire up.
Get moving.
Check it.
Steep.
Take that. Right on.
Find the light.
I like it. Why not? Bring it on.
Let it pass.
Yes. Needed that. Cha-ching. A challenge. A new challenge.
Prune. Get 3 on.
It's me.
Match.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Time it.
Solid. Oh yeah. Get faster.
Balance.
I accept.
Ring.
Swiftly done. Why not?
Push it out.
Oh, you chose well.
Take a peek. What's not there?
Yes. Right on.
Light.
Go. Real cool. Moving.
Strum.
I did it. It's me.
Line up.
Yes. I win. A challenge.
Watch. Find.
A shoe?
Womp womp.
Let it pass. Match. Jump through all.
Womp womp.
Make it flow. Build it. Balance. Take a peek. What's not there? Find the star. Extinguish. Strum. Light. Steep. Line up. Excavate one. Watch. Find. Let it pass.
Womp womp.
Take a peek. What's not there? Find the star. Push it out. Strong.
Womp womp.
Extinguish.
Womp womp.
Can't beat that.
Haha, 69. Back.
Feet are flat.